Oh, hi, everybody. How's it going? Hold on, let me bring this a little closer, actually. I need this closer, and I need this closer. Damn it. Just when I thought this was going to work out fine, sure doesn't look that great. But you know what? We work with it. And let's kind of hide you now. But welcome back to another awesome video. And a little early, but you know what? I wanted to get ahead of myself, jump the gun, take this opportunity, take advantage of this at this moment, because I don't know how much time I have. If I can stream today, but you know what? I'm going to do this right here, right now. Do this as much as can. We're going to do the Christmas overhaul, take a look at the goodies, and all that fun stuff. And I want to raise you up a little. Raise you up a little. Raise you up a little. There we go. That looks a little better. Kind of. I try here. I try. But we're going to do that. Might be a little early. You guys can jump in whenever. And then I'm going to show off some goodies. Let me actually have one more piece of this. We're sitting here eating this. This is my breakfast. I was just kind of wanting to munch on something, and I'll probably eat later. So, no big deal. This will sit. There we go. Let's look at the goodies. And you know what? Since you might have saw something, actually, yeah. Let's take you out first. You guys kind of caught a small, quick glimpse of this, but this first off was from specifically Bella's mom, which I thought was really cool. And it's one of the No Way Home Funko Pops. And it's Andrew Garfield. It's Andrew. It's the Amazing Spider-Man, or what they call him. They just call him the Amazing Spider-Man. Because I think for whatever reason, Funko and the toy lines, they call them they call these Spider-Mans, one of them is I think Toby is Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and then Andrew is the Amazing Spider-Man, and then Tom Holland's just Spider-Man. But I like that it's from the set where they're in these little containers. They're a part of the battle scene at the end, basically. And I think that's so cool. And I actually was eyeing up these for a while. And actually, I was eyeing up I was kind of wanting all of these at a certain point. But I think one of them I really wanted was the Green Goblin. And I actually wanted Andrew Garfield, or at least the Spider-Men. I don't know. Wait. Yeah, all three Spider-Men are here. So you kind of set it up, and it's almost like you build it kind of thing. So you have a diorama. So this is just super cool. This is super awesome. Yeah, Sandman doing his sandy stuff, and then the wiring, because what was it? It was they were standing near construction. That's the construction, because they were working on the Statue of Liberty, because now the Statue of Liberty in the MCU has a Captain America shield, which is kind of a little distracting, but what are you gonna do, I guess? And I don't have anywhere to display this. However, I'm still gonna take this thing out of this box. I know that Belle and her dad had a little thing, and because the fact that I was gonna take this out of the box, and I shouldn't take this out of the box, but I want to. I mean, come on. These would be really great to display. I mean, I don't have the shelving right now at the moment, but I want to at least do something. Actually, I did make room for it somewhere, so I feel like I could at least put this guy here. I'm going to do that. Take you out. Slide you on out of here. There we go. Oh! Ooh. I like this. Nice. And I'm going to have to put, all the carnage somewhere. Carnage goes there. All of you go there. And you go there. Look at him! Oh, look at this. Oh, look. There's a little connective piece here. They do connect. Or somehow this thing connects. These gold pieces. Oh, I see how this is going to work. I kind of like this. So these pieces here and here and here. So everyone's going to stack up and actually click and connect like a big puzzle. So I think that is really genius. I don't have a lot of these types of diorama scenario sort of pop figures, because I know Funko likes to do these a lot, and there's a bunch. And there's a lot I'd really like to get. So this is definitely one, and I like that it's got actually connective pieces, so that's really neat. But look at Andrew swinging in there with the stand. Yeah. So I know where this is gonna go, but there you go. I like that. And then I think we're gonna go with this thing, which I think this might be like I love everything that my sweetheart and my beautiful gets for me every time. But I think this might be just like this was I don't know. Like I love everything that she got me. I genuinely do. I always do. But I feel like this one really took the cake because how much I kept eyeing up this at Books a Million at BAM. And I remember I sent her this. I was like, "It's Space Godzilla. They got a plushie of Space Godzilla." And then she's like, "Who?" And I'm like, "It's Space Godzilla." And then she's like, "Okay." And then next thing you know, there's this big bag, and I open it, and here's Space Godzilla at it. And I love this thing. I love this thing. He's a bit chunky, he's a bit chunky, a bit chunky, but you know what? He's plush like, and you just want to squeeze him, but you want to be a little careful because his spikes are made of like I don't know what these are made of. It's not like super fluffy. It's like I don't know what kind of material this actually is, but it's like it's soft, but it's like a little pokey, just a little tiny bit. But I actually slept with this guy when I got him, and it was cool. And I felt that I was like, oh, okay. I was like, so these are a little spiky. Like it feels a little pokey, so that's okay. But I love him. I love him. I love him. I love this guy. It's Space Godzilla. And anyone that actually, before I do anything, let me check something. That's actually kind of good. Not gonna lie. Although I feel like I need to raise up my lighting. I hate when I do this. Genuinely, wholeheartedly. Also, while we're at it, I'm actually wearing one of my Christmas gifts, and this was also from Bella. Is this Powerline shirt? I loved it. I love it. I love the Goofy movie because over the years it's gotten like I've gotten and grown more fond of it because it's just one of those movies I remember watching like when I was younger and rerun and rerun and rerun. And I was just like, oh, this is a nice movie. But then as you get older, it kind of becomes more heartfelt and kind of becomes more touching about just Max and Goofy and a father and a son. And then just Powerline, how much a phenomenon Powerline is. And you know what? I love this shirt. I really love it. I can't stress that enough. If I finish what I was doing real quick. I should have Christmas music, but the thing is, I don't know where to even have the Christmas music because I don't know if I should put it on here while this is playing, recording, and live, or if I should just have this playing on my phone. And either, well, one way or another, however I do it, it's gonna have to be non-copyrighted music. So I'll have to figure that out. Or if anyone does chime in and tune in, let me know how should we do this. Should we play it on here, or play it on here? And then don't mind this. This is an old case, not an old case, but it's just unfortunate. This marble case is just it's like not sticker, but it's just starting to fade and starting to lose its touch a little bit. And plus, this kind of was where I had a sticker on here, and even with that sticker, I was like, man, I was like that was starting to fade too, unfortunately. And it was such a good sticker too. It was a even also Bella got me. It was this sticker of a hawk with a little skater helmet and a skateboard. And so put two and two together, you have a hawk who's a skater. So I really loved the play on words with that sticker, and then the fact that it was getting faded and already I was like, man, I don't want to throw it out, and it was getting so ruined. I'm like, it looks so good too. And I was like, come on. But let me fix my thumbnail because I feel like YouTube's just picking up whatever image it can of me or capture of me. This is what I want instead. Where was it? I'm gonna add this to my Christmas collection, and then I'm gonna add it to my unboxing collection. Yeah, here we go. It might be a little late. It might be a little early for some of you, and that's all right. And then worst comes to worst, guys, you can leave whatever you suggest in the comment section. And next week we will do what we're going to do is I know I said literally yesterday that we were gonna do Fallen Order as the next thing. However, I just realized literally before I went to bed last night was I was just checking notifications to see that we actually reached our small goal of 330 subscribers, and I was like, oh wow. So I didn't think that was gonna happen so sudden. Like, look. You can read it a little bit. It does say 330, so I think that's really cool. And I know it's just a small number, but I wanted to do this small little mini goal because I had 2 stream ideas in mind. So I might have to, I think, to kick off the new year in terms of stream content, I will give you guys those small sub goal streams as kind of like, hey, thanks to you guys, I wanted to share this stuff with you. And now let's see how this goes. So one will be a game stream. It won't be a game series. It will be a game stream. And maybe we'll do a little more with it later on. But I still want to stick to the 6 game series that we need to finish and do and so forth. And then we will come back to maybe it's somewhere down the line as like maybe like a special occasional monthly thing. Like maybe like we'll do something like that. Like maybe we can do what we could do is maybe not do a monthly series, but maybe we can do streams to kind of like change things up and maybe add variety. Like maybe after a while, people might be like, okay, I'm kind of getting tired of seeing just Lego Marvel, Spider-Man, Dream My Valley, Security Breach, Jedi Fallen Order, Dream Drop Distance. Maybe after a while, if we keep doing that, maybe like every once a month, we'll do a new game or something. I don't know. Like sometimes I'm just spitballing, throwing ideas out there. So maybe we'll do that with this series, or we'll just do this as a one-off. But I do want to show you guys how cool this would be and how fun this would be. And also, I do have another one for you guys that I'm not going to share still just yet. I think I don't know how it would go. This is definitely going to be a one-off thing. I don't think this will be a series, but it's just, I think it'd be funny to do. I don't know that I don't know how people would react to this. I don't think I would do this as a part of my variety content, but I just think this would be funny to do. I think this would be kind of cool. This would be a little neat. I don't know. I just feel like kind of like making it very not silly, but I'm trying to be very vague on why I'm what I'm saying here. But I just feel this would be very funny. I feel like this could be very easy listening and very entertaining in a small way for anyone that would enjoy hearing what's going to happen during the stream, which is not going to be much, but there is going to be something. So I don't want to say what still. And I know it's very vague, and I know I could still add like another word to this that can maybe describe it, but I still feel like I want to be vague and be very just like encryptive and not very descriptive. So we'll do those, I think, first next week, and then we will get back to everything else. So I think that might just be the plan. Or maybe I'll kind of do like I think what I'll do is we'll do the game stream thing, do Fallen Order, then do the other occasion, the special stream, and then get back to everything else. Like I kind of like work in the game stuff and work in everything else, perhaps. But I'll figure it out. It'll all work out. It'll all come together. Don't worry, people. We'll figure this out. We got this. Don't worry. I got this. I'm trying to think. There's no tag on you. Got rid of the tags on you. This tag's gone. And now let's get back to this little big old baggie. This big old thing. Big bag. So, and then I have some other stuff, but I got this. Pretty much everything's in the bag. No pun intended, actually. But I'm gonna grab jammies. I thought I saw something else. Just bottom jammies. Very fuzzy. Not fuzzy, but they're very soft. These are actually really comfortable. Oh my gosh. I actually like these. These are nice little bottoms. Look at them. It didn't have a top, but I don't care. It's bottoms. More jam bottoms. There'll be more kind of like unboxing stuff. So don't worry. I could use my bag as garbage, but I kind of want to save this bag. I don't know why. I'll throw out the boxes I have here. I have 2 boxes. The one that had the shirt with Powerline, and then I have another box underneath that. Well, I'll save in a moment. I'll just throw you in there, and then I'll see. Let me make sure this doesn't have anything else sticking out and being weird. There. put you. Yeah, you're gonna go over here still. So we will do that. Next thing we're gonna grab. Actually, you know what? I'll show off this. I'll show off this good, awesome, spectacular, marvelous, stunning, oh so incredible Marvel calendar. Okay, okay. I'll see myself. Why is there still other pieces of? Never mind. Let me actually get rid of this sticker. Dispose of this. No, actually, no. You are gonna go up here in a few weeks, so I'm gonna cut this out. Actually, hold on. I'll show off the calendar in just a second. I just realized I can just cut this. Here we go. Okay. I'm gonna make sure that's a part of the bottom. Okay, this is a part of it. Cool. All right. So got this really amazing calendar. I really love it. The more I kind of like soaked it in and really like slurped this and drank this in, because I love I love that this is an actual calendar with kind of the old school style comics and how they look. We're talking like 70s comics. I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm not gonna act like I know all like I'm an expert on which year each issue this is and all this other stuff, but it's just so cool, this art style on a calendar and just the actual comics. Like you have Thor fighting off the destroyer. Yeah, the destroyer armor, which looks like in when was this? 1966. Number 2, the mighty Thor. So this is the first thing you see. Oh shit! I just realized underneath the bottom, right in that little small corner, you have the Execution Enchantress. So I like that. When do we get the Enchantress? I mean, we technically have Sylvie, who she's like the Enchantress, and I guess in the comics or in iterations of her has gone by Sylvie, but Sylvie that we know is not quite really the Enchantress. Although I thought at one point in the first season of Loki that she'd be called Enchantress. Like something would happen where she'd go, "I don't want to be called a Loki anymore. I'm gonna call myself Enchantress because I don't want to have anything to do with the name Loki." I don't know, just a random thought, but I like where they're going. I like what they got with her going on. But so first up is the Lethal Protector himself, Venom, for January. February is Moon Knight. So for any of you that or any of these have these birthday months, these kind of might be your like, hey, it's like one of those. This is like one of those things with your birthday month matches with the superhero. Like, oh, your birthday month is this month, so you're this superhero or you're this sign or something. So you can kind of, if you want to, base off of that. So, anyways, February is Moon Knight. If I could flip it. March is Iron Fist. April is Iron Man. May is the Hulk, and it's the iconic Hulk image, or at least one of the iconic Hulk images. June is Black Widow. Oh, hold on. This one specifically has, well, I mean, it's Black Widow, but this issue shows is the amazing adventures of the Inhumans and Black Widow. So I think that's kind of neat. And if you guys do tune in, you can leave whatever you'd like in the chat. I'm not too worried. July. Oh, that kind of makes sense. July is Captain America. So you have America, the 4th of July. I like that. Actually, you got everyone on here with Red Skull over there. You got Baron Zemo right there. I think there's Swordsman. Yeah, Swordsman. Swordsman, Batroc, there's AIM. There's a few other people in there, and I think that might be it. And maybe there's Namor. There might be Namor right there. I just realized. August. We can get to August. August is the Black Panther. And then September, which is me. I am. Which one was I? I want to see. I'm Daredevil. That's right. I'm Daredevil. And then I like that. He's fighting off Stilt Man. Very random. Very, very random. But let's see. October is Spooderman. The one and only Spooderman. November is, where's November? November is Doctor Strange. And December, wait. Oh, I thought there was someone specific Pacific in the back there with the green and the yellow outfit. And I'm like, no, it just looks like Wong, I think, maybe. But December is Ant-Man. So this will be going up probably in a couple, actually not in a couple of weeks, in a couple of days, because we're almost done with this year and into the new year. And probably, speaking of that, I feel like I need to turn up my light here because now this is going on here and then this is looking dimmer. Even though I have this at a good light amount. I don't know. And being very like ADD, even though I don't have ADD, maybe being like OCD. I don't know. I don't have any of that, but I'm just making a point that I'm being like all picky, if you will. So I'm like, this is not showing off light because now this is kind of throwing it off, whatever. But speaking of 2023, probably in a few days, maybe on New Year's Eve, I will have my best movies of 2023 scheduled. If not, it might be a day sooner, depending on how long it'll take me to edit. Shouldn't take me too long. It might take me a few days, maybe not even, maybe even less. So whatever the case is, it'll be up probably before the new year or maybe even on the new year. So look out for that. Lastly, in this little baggie, which this is so adorable. This is so adorable. Is this little Christmas tree with Elf, and it's got hold on. I know it's his father, but I'm trying to remember the guy who played him. What's his name? I'm forgetting it. Hold on. Shh, give me a second here. Don't worry, this is still gonna be live, but I'm curious here. Hold on. It's gonna slowly run because I got this live while I'm typing up something. Bob Newhart, that's it. Bob Newhart was Papa Elf. I was like, what was his name? I was like, why am I thinking it's a B, a Buddy, a something? I'm like, no, it was a Bob. He looks like a Bob. But so you got Bob Newhart, you've got Zoe Deschanel. Forgetting her name. I already just looked at her name, but you know it's not a big deal. And they got a little narwhal guy. Hi, buddy. Hope you find Dad. So we're gonna actually open this thing up. I wanted to wait to kind of open this up, and I'm gonna laugh if maybe Bella's like, "Yeah, I figure you're gonna probably open it during like an unboxing or something." And I'm like, "Yeah," because like there's some things I think there was like one time she's like, "You gotta wait until you shoot something," and I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Okay." I don't know. I just think it's funny. I think it's cute. I think it's funny. I like that. I actually might just keep them in here because I don't know where I'm going to put these guys. I don't know where I'm going to actually put everybody. I'll keep them in here. I'll display this maybe around Christmas time. Although most likely they'll probably go with the rest of the Christmas pops because I only have 2 of them. I got a Chewbacca one where he's covered in Christmas lights. Actually, I'll just show you. Hold on. I'll just show you guys real quick. And I kind of want to low-key. Actually, no, I'll keep the Walmart sticker. I don't care. It's a Walmart exclusive. Hold up. Don't try this at home. Actually, try this at home. Actually, don't try this at home. Actually, don't listen to me. Oy. I have these guys. This is the only Christmas theme. I got Santa 3PO and then Christmas Light Chewie. Although, I digress. I just remembered I had another one. I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, I just realized something. Actually, you can sit here. You can sit there. So that way, you guys stay there. I could just grab. I forgot this counts as Christmas because I keep him out because he's just so awesome. It's Ugly Sweater Thanos. I forget he's holiday theme. The reason why I forget is because I just love how he looks and I just keep him all year round. And I mean, these guys. Oh, that's right. I just realized I should have had these guys over here because the main pop figures that I have on display next to my bed here are the ones that are a lot more prominent. And then I have a few up on a shelf right in that corner there, right where I'm pointing, right where C3PO's head is, where I'm pointing, that white bar. That's one of the shelves I have. So he's up there, and I forgot what I wanted to do this year was actually switch out some guys. So that way I'd have festiveness going on and the festivus for the rest of us. Let me dust them off a little bit. Do a little clean. I know I could probably just should have got like a paper towel or tissue or toilet paper to wipe this off, but it's fine. I'm already, you just keep going. Although I'll figure out what I'll do with those guys. I don't know what I'll do. I'll keep them out. Like, obviously I'm gonna keep them, but I mean, I'm gonna keep them out. I'm not gonna put those guys away with my Christmas stuff because right now, this right here, this bad boy, this baby, is just sitting on top of a Christmas box or a Christmas Tupperware, whatever you want to call it, container, and this is where I have all my Christmas ornaments underneath what you guys are standing on, what you guys are sitting on, is Christmas ornaments and a few other Christmas decorations, which are over in the corner. But probably sometime either this year or into the new year, I'll be like, okay, now I actually have a second to maybe show off the display a little bit. Not that it's anything too new, just the only thing new about the display that I have compared to last year over in the corner with my figures is that I've incorporated that. Hey, I threw in like the Christmas gang, because that's what I call all the Christmas figurines, the Christmas gang. And then I have my regular figures, kind of like, it's like not a crossover, but I just felt like doing a random little thing of like, oh no, Christmas is being threatened. Let's get like there's Doctor Strange opened up a portal, pushing the abominable snowman into something, while when we're looking at both Doctor Strange are fending him off, and Ranger Slayer and Andros are also pushing the snowman into the little portal thing. And while there's a few other people just standing around like attack or go or charge and all that stuff. So, but I'm gonna keep you guys here, even though you aren't noticeable. And I'm gonna put Thanos back. But this is one of my favorites actually. Like I love the ugly sweater on him. I like just the detail work on Thanos. I like the Endgame one I have, but I like the detail work on this guy. I don't know, just something about it. Maybe it's the sweater. Maybe I just love Christmas. Maybe it's just the fact that I just love the detail on the helmet and then the chin and then just the skin. Not the skin, the color. I don't know what it is. I love it still. Cool. But I will definitely do some of those guys. I'll put them somewhere. I'll figure it out. And then, yeah, that's the only Christmas holiday theme I have going on. I don't really count Sam as a Halloween decoration. He's just one that stays every year. He's going to stay out all year long. And I should probably throw out my apple because I'm pretty much done with it. But I'll figure out a spot for this. I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. And then lastly, but speaking of Sam, is I got a new lanyard. I'm not going to wear this instantly because I don't want this getting ruined just yet. I'm going to wait till my other lanyards may be fully destroyed or fully just faded out, or if one day it just snaps on me. I don't know. But I will definitely still use this, but I love it's got a little card here, a little card. It's obviously from Spencer's, but I love that it's got Sam. It's got his little lollipop. I just love this movie, and I love how much my fiance knows me, and I know and it's obviously because we've been together almost 2 years, but still, I love just the little things that she finds, and even just the little stuff, and even the big stuff, like. Big or little, I just loved that. Just she knows me, and she doesn't know a lot with Godzilla, but she's like, this is something that Andrew would like. And even there was times she was like, "Do you want Spooderman or do you want this?" And I'm like, you don't ask because it's something for you." And I'm like, okay. So I'm like, this or something, or I think. I still remember one of the first times she called me up about something random she was buying for me was she said, "Okay, do you want Mandalorian or do you want X-Men?" And I was like, I thought to myself, a Mandalorian sounds really cool, but I was like, you know what? X-Men. I have quite a bit of Mandalorian stuff, and I could use more, but I don't have a lot of X-Men stuff. So I was like, yeah, give me an X-Men, and then she got me the X-Men shirt that I probably wear quite frequently, and I adore it still. So it's just one of the little things like that. It's the little things, and I'm trying to get this stinky little. It's one of these little things, Brandon. It's these weird little. I forget what these are called. but I'm trying to get this off. Might as well just cut it out. You're just in here just in time. You missed kind of a few goodies, but you can always check this out on the replay to see all the previous goodies. This is Christmas stuff that's happening and having here. I was going to do this next week, but because of a few circumstances I'm taking advantage of right now. I don't know how much time I have. I don't know. I figured I don't know. I don't know how much time I have within the day. So I figured to take advantage of this now, kind of a little early-ish, and go, you know what? I'm going to do this, stream this. And then next week will be those mini little, that small goal, mini goal streams, because we're at 3:30. I mean, we could keep going. We don't have to stop at 3:30. We could keep going to more, just because we've reached this small mini goal doesn't mean we have to stop. We could keep going and then see how far we reach and keep going and progressing this on this channel here. But just a thought, just a hunch. But you're more than welcome to leave whatever you'd like. I'll kind of give you a brief. I can probably give you and whoever checks this out. If someone else does tune in live while you're tuning in live, I'll give you a brief synopsis so far. Trick or treat lanyard, Marvel calendar, Elf mini pops, Spooderman, and Space Godzilla, and pajama bottoms. And I'm wearing my Powerline shirt. Fuck. So I like all this stuff. I love all this stuff. And I'm gonna keep these, I think, in the little case. I'm gonna keep these guys in the case. Because I don't know where I'm gonna put these. Number one, number two, they just look so cute here. Like that looks like it looks like a Christmas decoration. Like you have a Christmas tree and these are your ornaments. I like that. I like that very much. I don't have a lot of these pocket guys, but these might be the only ones I'll get. If I get more, then I'm not. Here's how the deal's gonna work. Here's how it's gonna work for me, because I always say that I'm not gonna get a lot of these, and eventually I start like getting them over time. And Space Godzilla just fell. It's okay. And over time, I get a bunch of them, because I remember the reason why I'm basically adding context to this, and I'm basically gonna retract back to everything. But I remember when I first got my Batman pop. He's somewhere along here. This was the first pop I ever got. So I got this guy, and I was like, I'll just get the one. This was years ago, like back in like 2016, 2017, because Batman and Superman was being hyped, and announced the merchandise was already out. So I was like, I'll just get one. I never really had a necessity for these figures, and then once I got this guy, I was like, yeah, he's kind of cool, and I started getting more over the years. So I only wanted to stick to the pop figures. And then I have the keychains, and I was like, okay, I'm only get a few. And I've gotten only like 3, maybe 4. Now I have, I think, 5, because I have 3 on my keys, which is Black Panther, the Batman, and then Doctor Strange. And then also on my backpack is the Mickey Mouse Space Mountain one, where he's riding the little coaster. And then my friend Jaden got me another Black Panther. So that's 5. So I think the only condition on if I ever get other stuff where I'm like, I don't want, is if I don't buy it. You know what I mean? Like, I will still accept them as gifts because I appreciate the thought around it. And even when I got the pop pin, the Funko pin, because I was like, I didn't get the whole point of the pop pins, because you have these little pins that look like these guys. And I was like, this is just too much for me to collect and have to just, all of a sudden I have to get this guy. And this one, I want to get all these and stuff like that. I just want to just not bother with them. But because my fiance's dad was like, here, have it. I'm not going to have it. I'm not going to need it. You like all this pop stuff. You like them probably as much as I do, if not more. So take it. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to take it. It's yours. Take it. So I'm like, okay. So I have just the one pin, but I feel like that's the deal. That's the agreement. The unspoken agreement is I won't buy them myself, or maybe I'll buy like occasionally them, but if I get them as gifts, I will accept it because I appreciate the thought, because it's the thought that counts with these things. I love all this stuff, but it is always the thought to me. So that's it with the bag. I'm keeping the bag because I do want to use the bag. Ooh, hold on. So can I? Hold on. Distraction. Actually, no. I'm just gonna keep this on the bottom here. I was gonna try and use this to hide the camera so I can put something in this bag, but I can probably just hide this underneath because it's hiding underneath the box here. this is a gift for my beloved. So I don't want her to see it just yet. It's gonna be for when we go on our 2-year anniversary trip. Not really a trip, more like probably just something we're gonna do on our anniversary. So you will stay nice and tightly in there, nice and snug in there. Good boy. Yeah, there we go. So you stay there and sit on Mickey, and then this stuff has nothing to do with any like goodies or really much an overhaul, but my mom got me these 2 ornaments probably a few days ago because one, while I was out doing stuff, she was like, "Do you have a rocket?" And I was like, "No." She's like, "Okay." Popped it in the cart, and then yesterday got me a Deadpool, which is cool. I can add more of these. And then this is another thing is no, hold on, wrong one. This is another thing is I don't want to get a lot of these, but maybe I'll get some of them if it's like still that unspoken thing of I don't know, of the unspoken word of I'm not gonna buy these, but if I get these as gifts, I'll take them. I don't know, or maybe I'll get some. It's not that deep. I'm just making it a whole thing. I do want to get Deadpool out of here. I want to put him up because I'm probably gonna keep my tree up until I don't know how long. Probably towards the end of January, I might take this down because I want to keep this up. Number one, number two, I like having this up here. So I don't know. Oh shit. That's fine. No, don't worry. No worries. It's all fine. We're all fine here now. I do like this pose. I do like this. This is cool. Very Deadpool-esque. And actually, can I have him sit there? Yeah, I know, really, and that's still the ironic part is that I remember at first I really wasn't into these things, and then we flash forward to 2016, 2017. I just started getting them and started getting more and getting into them more and more and more over the years. You have no idea how much I have right behind me, or you have no idea how many I have right over here in this corner. So I have all of them take up my whole. Hold on a second, people. Give me a sec. Can I mute myself? Good. Hold on, I'm gonna mute myself just a second. Okay, we're good. We're good. So I just had to do that real quick, briefly. Also, I took the advantage of throwing out my apple because I had it sitting there for a little bit. But that's not a big deal. I want to get back to this. But yeah, that's the irony, is that I just started getting into them over the years. But yeah, you have no idea how many I have along my. Uh, I guess this would be like a dresser. Yeah, this is a whole dresser, I guess. No, this isn't a dresser. This is a. I have my bed up on something which also has drawers, and these drawers right underneath here. I'm not going to bring this whole thing down because I feel like it'd look a little awkward. But so sitting on a bed, which this is also sitting on a, I don't know what you call this, like basically a bed thing. And with this bed thing, I don't know the term. I don't care if I don't know the term. It's not that big of a deal. Point is I'm making is that this thing has drawers with DVDs and VHS tapes. This alongside my bed has like what looks like a bookshelf. And then with the books I have, and then on top of that is whatever I wanted to display. And I've had this for years. So I had Webkins on here. I had Webkins on here at one point, like years ago. And now because those are in storage and I've used this for other stuff, I've put all sorts of stuff on top of here. Now it's become the Funko display. And then next to here is my actual dresser, and I have some over there. There's some over there, and there's probably a couple in boxes over on the other side of the dresser drawers. So yeah, it's funny, but actually I could kind of try and show you guys a little bit. Also, Tom, Brandon, if you guys want to kind of make things a little like somewhat decent, is actually I'll put box. Hold on. So this is empty box because I'm already wearing what was in here, which was this power line. So I'll put you there. That's going to be going in the garbage or probably out in recyclings or something, whatever. Not the point. Anyways, I'll just put you there. I'm not even thinking at a second. I could. Oh, yeah. So if you guys want, I could probably put some music going on here, whether I play it on here or play it off of here. But it'd have to be non-copyrighted. So maybe, just maybe, we'll do that. But if not, we'll just kind of stick to this. I kind of was tempted. That's why I'm kind of mentioning that. I was very tempted because I was like, would this work? And I was like, I don't know. Maybe I might have to do non-copyrighted stuff. So, but I do like the pose for Deadpool. It's very Deadpool fitting. I can't have him sit here, unfortunately, which kind of stinks. But you know what? He'll probably sit fine on a tree. But I'll try and show you guys what I'm looking at. If I rotate this a little bit. So this right here is all pops, and there's more behind everybody. And then over on the side here is others as well. But you can tell there's probably a few you can notice. And there's definitely in the back. But that's all covered and smothered with like rows of 3. So I have probably a total of, I don't know. You know what? I don't really feel like looking at how many I have right now. So we're just going to rotate this back a little bit, bring this up more, rotate you a little here. So that way you see Space Godzilla. And that's pretty much it on that. But I'm going to get Rocket out because I'm going to use Rocket and put Deadpool with these guys. And yeah. And also, Tom, we're probably going to do those special little goal streams, and then we'll do something else next week. Oh, well. I tried getting the stand, but it's not going to work. Oh, well. Not a big deal, people. Not the end of the world for me. But yes, we are doing my Christmas stuff. 4 days after Christmas, which, you know what? That's fine. It's all good. This is mainly just the stuff that I did with the missus on our Christmas, because we had our Christmas on the 26th. But anyways, what else do I have left? I have calendar, Space Godzilla, Spider-Man, the Elf. Actually, speaking of Elf, I'm just making sure I have everything kind of like not done, but kind of wanted to make sure everything was all like the carnage was all, most of it was done. And then the last thing, which is certainly not least, is this big old sweater. I mean, this is a shirt, I think, but this is a sweater. Like this is a full-on sweater. And I love that it's got like almost every little attention to detail with Elf. So this is really cool because you have all the little quotes on here. You have all the little random things like the raccoon he goes to hug over, the maple syrup, him screaming about Santa. There's the narwhal speaking of Santa. Santa's on the bottom. Like it's like as if the whoever made this. It's like as if who made this shirt? Who made this? Warner Brothers? No. Who made this? I'm curious. Oh, it's no specific company. That's fine. It's like if the company, whoever made this sweatshirt or this sweater or this shirt, just said, "Hey, what's a good way to accompany the movie in a shirt? Or how do we have the movie Elf all on one shirt? Let's just throw all that shit on there. Let's just throw everything that makes that movie so iconic." And the quotes and even better, this is the craziest part too that I was surprised by is the little crappy coffee, right? If I can find the button.
Someone need a hug. Oh my God! Santa here? I know him. I know him.
Wait, is there more, or is it just those quotes all? I think. Hold on, I'm curious. I think it's just it's just those quotes. Unless I'm missing something else. Does it have the smiling as my favorite or the kind name May Muggins? Oh no, please don't tell me that was out. Don't tell me that was it. No, don't tell me that was it. No, two squeaks. No. Oh, hold on.
Someone need a hug.
Okay,
Oh my God!
it's just that.
Santa here? I know him. I know him.
Okay, it's just that. I was curious because it's got all the other quotes. I was just wondering if it did read all of them. But I love the sound bites. I love the little sound bites, and I love this. Like, it's got like such a good quality, but yet it does, which I kind of agree. But I think I love it even more for this reason. Is it's kind of got what my fiance's mom pointed out was the point of this is like very much like an ugly sweater that she called it, which I was like, I don't think I don't think this is really ugly, but I love it even more if it's just supposed to be like that. But like the stuff that they find, I just adore it so much. Honestly, it's just so cool. So this is definitely something I'm gonna hang up, but not at the moment because I don't got hangers at the moment, or I'm either gonna use hangers or I'm gonna wait. Not a big deal, not that deep. But that's kind of everything. And I always appreciate every little thought that I get when it comes to this stuff. There's not one thing that really is my favorite. Or it's not like it's a competition. Because I remember last year, I got, not that this is a big deal, but I should get used to saying my dad-in-law, my father-in-law. He was like, "Oh, I got the best thing. I got the best thing last year." And I'm like, "No, you really didn't. But it's not a competition, man." But he did get me a really cool thing, which was the Godzilla piggy bank. That's still something I still use frequently. So it is really awesome. I wound up using that. I use that more than my actual piggy bank because I have a piggy bank still. It's the Pirates Caribbean. I don't feel like grabbing it because it's like I got this here and it's like a little squeeze tight thing to look through, but I guess I can probably grab it. I don't know. Not that deep is my point I'm making. It's not that deep to grab it. But he was like, when he opened it and he saw my reaction, he's like, "I got the best thing." And I'm like, "You did it. It's not a competition." But I just thought it was funny that him trying to be like, "I won." And I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "No." But I just think it was funny. But my point I'm making is that I love all the stuff they kind of just think of, and speaking of which, even her dad got me this and literally found this and thought of me, and I was like, "This is crazy." I was like, "This is just so crazy. It's so good." But yeah, I think that's pretty much all. I could show off all the other stuff if you guys want. We can just chat for a little. I didn't think it'd be this kind of short. I thought I'd be kind of like taking my sweet time and it'd be like an hour when we get there. I mean, when I'm done, but I mean, it's technically almost an hour, but still. I wear my little lanyard. I look professional. I even have a little pocket where I can go, hey, I got my season pass for Comic-Con or something. I don't know. I like that. This I feel like could withstand for a while because it's got the little snap back and it's not like it's just it's the thing that I have compared to mine. Like you could take this off and it's not gonna snap or break. You can connect this. But yeah, I will do Ace Attorney, but like I said, it's gonna be after all the 6 stuff that we'll do, because I at least want to complete one of the series that we have, because that way I don't have more series to keep going back to and be like, I need to go back to this, I need to go back to that, I need to go back to this and go back to that and keep flip flopping. So if at least we stick to 6, it's an even number. Yes, it's more than a handful, but it's a handful and a half because it's a handful and a half, kind of more or less. So well, actually more like a quarter, I should say. It's a handful and a quarter. It's an even number, and then once one is done, then we still have a handful, and then if we want to add another 6th one, then it's still here. So we'll probably do Ace. I don't know. I have a few series that I have already saved and downloaded on the PS4. So I think definitely that will be one we will do at some point. I'm thinking there's that. I have, which I guess I could share. I can share now. It's not a big deal that I share this now. But I also got this recently. I don't know. I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but it's a little, just a small game. I don't know what is this thing called Digimoon. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I've never heard of this in my entire life. So that's pretty that seems really interesting. It's not like I watched someone else's stream and decided I want to play this game or anything and buy it. It's not like that at all. I don't know what this game is. So I thought of that. So I have that. There's Ace Attorney and a few other things that we'll maybe either have a series or we won't have a series. But so far, the only games that are actually going to be probably series is those 2 plus Lego Marvel DC, Lego DC super villains. Ain't that wouldn't that be a treat if TT Games decided that, hey, we're gonna do a Marvel DC Lego crossover? Wouldn't that be a treat? The day that we actually get a Lego, not even a Lego, a Marvel DC video game crossover, that'd be something. But hold on. I'm gonna throw the sticker because I want to get rid of the price on here. It's not a big deal, but I just wanted to get rid of the price of this on here. But while I'm doing this, yeah, we have Lego DC Supervillains. We have that, and then we have Digimon, and we got Ace Attorney. And then there's another thing that I have, but I don't know if that'll be a series. So I'm debating on just seeing how long it'll take me to do it. And if I don't finish the game within the first running, the first playthrough or the first stream, because I feel like I don't want to touch on what it is because I want to surprise you guys. I don't think you guys have never heard of it, or maybe you guys have, but I want to surprise you guys and be like, hey, this is what I have in mind. And this is gonna be, actually, hold on, let's do this instead. Any mini little sticker things gonna go in this garbage sort of. So any so this game, I don't know how, I want to be vague about this because I downloaded this other game I purchased and it's technically chapter 1. That's all I'll say is it's technically chapter 1 of something. And I don't know why this is so bothering me now, is that this is brighter than this right now. And I have this at its full length and it's kind of killing me. But anyway, so maybe that's for the better, maybe it's for the worse, but whatever. So technically it's chapter 1. And I don't think it will take long. I don't think it's going to take multiple series or multiple episodes for us to do. So I'm very tempted at some point, maybe this month, well, not this month, maybe next month, most likely, we will maybe take a look at it. And if I'm thinking maybe the plan will be is that if I don't finish the game within a couple of hours, if it takes me more than 3, then we will make it a stream series. It might have to be maybe 2 parts, maybe 3 parts of it. But if we get it done within, if we don't get it done within more than 2 hours, more than 3 hours, and I'm not finished with it, then we will do it as multiple parts. And what I will do is I will go, okay, now that I know this is a test run and this is technically part 1 of our series, what we'll do with part 2 and going forward is we will wait until Lego Marvel 2 will be finished, because most likely we'll do the DLC stuff, get that finished, and then play that series. I don't know. I should actually. What I probably should do is probably do more Lego Marvel stuff. So I think it'll be. I'm. My mind's gonna keep changing its mind, so it's gonna be fine. But I think we will. I think it'll be next going forward. Next going forward is it will be. It will be. Hang on. Follow in order. I think I'm gonna change it to Lego Marvel. Then we do Spider-Man. Then we do Dream Drop Distance, and then we go back to Dreamlight Valley. Wait. Follow in order. Lego, Dream Drop, Dreamlight, Security Breach. Hold on. Give me a second here, guys. I've already forgotten. Dreamlight Valley, Dream Drop Distance, Security Breach, Fallen Order, Lego Marvel, Superheroes 2. Why am I forgetting one? Hold on. Dreamlight Valley, Dream Drop Distance, Security Breach, Spider-Man, Lego Marvel, Fallen Order. What did I say then? Hold on. Fallen Order, Lego, Spider-Man. Okay, maybe I missed Spider-Man or something. Dream Drop, Dreamlight, then Security Breach. Maybe that'll be the pattern. I might just have to try and do that. We'll see. Technically, Brandon, you kind of did see what the game is. It was underneath when I sent you the screenshot of Ace Attorney. So, I mean, I could share that with you guys. If not, it's not a big deal that I don't. I just kind of like, I don't know. I sometimes like to be vague and kind of keep you guys like a little like, oh, what's he got in mind? What's up his sleeve? What, like kind of little surprises here and there. And then the stream goals, the small little mini goal, sub goals will be little surprises too, because one's going to be a game and one's going to be something else. But this is taking me my sweet time because I hate like how you have to peel off the sticker on here. That's why it's taking as sweet time as it is. You want to guess? I mean, you can share your guesses in here. It doesn't matter if you share them here. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's pretty much Poppy Playtime. Yeah, I wanted it to be kind of like surprising, but yeah, it's Poppy Playtime, and it's literally just chapter 1 because just recently, I think this past month or last month, no, this month, it dropped that Poppy Playtime was coming to console, and you can download it. And so I didn't know when it was going to be released, and all of a sudden I went to go rewatch the trailer, and then I saw you can actually download it, and that's when I went to download it, put it in my cart, put it with Ace Attorney, and I purchased the whole thing together. So I was like, I wonder if maybe I can just do this in one take, one go. And if we don't do it in one go, then we'll save the rest for it. Like once we're done with Lego Marvel. I don't know. I've been getting into horror games really. I think because now that I'm kind of been getting into FNAF, and now that I got into Security Breach, and I'm finding lore and finding horror stuff a little bit. I don't know. It's one of the small things that it's kind of like slowly coming on here. Which I'm not gonna do all horror games. I think mostly it'll just be ones that I might be interested in. Like I eventually probably after way after we're done with probably some of this stuff, I do want to get the original FNAF collection for it because Jaden was like, you should get it. I think someone else said it, and even Bella was like, maybe you should try it. And I'm like, okay. So I might do that for PS4. And then I don't know, I kind of got myself a little intrigued with what was going on with Poppy Playtime and with its lore. It's very much different from FNAF, but it does feel like that whole you have something. It does feel like this weird, like ongoing indie thing with this idea of like, hey, like our old nostalgic childhood sweet, like innocent stuff kind of now be brought up as something different because you have FNAF, which is kind of like Chuck E. Cheese. Bendy kind of looks very similar to like old 1940s cartoon characters. There's stuff like Garden of the Band. There's Amanda the Adventurer, feels like Dora the Explorer. We've talked about Welcome Home, which feels like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood meets Sesame Street, which meets the Muppets, which meets like Bob Ross. There's another puppet sort of what would you call it? Hold on, not what is it called? ARG, whatever you want to call it, sort of thing called My Friendly Neighborhood. I don't know. I don't know. It's a slow, small thing that's kind of been like not rising. It's just kind of funny how much that now I'm kind of like I'm not too shy to want to do some horror stuff. And hell, it doesn't have to be these sort of like indie games. I actually wouldn't mind playing. I wouldn't mind playing. I think it's Alien or Prey or something along those lines. I remember that there's a game called that has to do with the Alien franchise, which I don't know how well I would do, but I wouldn't say no to the idea. I wouldn't say no to the idea. Like that's not like on my top radar. But if someone were to say, "Hey, why don't you play this game if you really want to get into some horror stuff, and if you like sci-fi, get into Alien," I'd be like, I wouldn't say no to it. And what else was I just gonna say? I forgot where I was going with this. I totally forgot. There was something else I wanted to add. I forgot. It had to play into this. I don't remember. But maybe it's not even that. It's more along the lines of as I'm getting older. I think my not my viewing, but the type of games I'm getting into are starting to like be more variety. And I actually, now that I'm getting older, I want to get into some of the other stuff because when I was younger, I never really got into all the crazy IPs. And now I kind of wanted to, now that I'm getting older, with stuff like Far Cry, Devil May Cry, God of War, other things. Maybe I don't know if I'll play this on here and stream this on here, but I want to play one of the old GTA games, just one of them at least, because I kind of want to. Ever since, unfortunately, but fortunately, ever since I found out that Ray Liotta, the late Ray Liotta, was in a GTA game, I kind of was like, I want to get that game specifically. And one day I do want to get it. It'd be great. And I know where I can find it. There is a store, there's a shop near close to where Belle is, and it's near her. It's like it's like a GameStop, but it's like if GameStop sold PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, Nintendo 64, Nintendo Wii, Wii U games, all sorts of stuff it's sold for a very low price. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's there. But maybe do games like that. I wouldn't say no to Fallout. And if I had like maybe, and even when I don't play this on the channel, but still the idea of playing Wii games has now opened my horizons because I'm like, yeah, I want to play Twilight. I have Twilight Princess. I never really played a Legend of Zelda game, but now I'm playing one. I haven't played it in a while, but I at least played it and I've started it. I want to maybe one day do Fire Emblem, Radiant Dawns on the Wii, things like that. Now, like just the horizons is starting to kind of get bigger for me. And my mind's kind of like, I'm getting older. I'm like, I missed out on some of the other stuff because mainly for me when it came to games was the stuff I stuck to was anything Disney related, anything Marvel related, anything Star Wars related, anything DC related, anything that was a superhero related thing, which that's great. I love that still. I still love to do those things, but it's just now I'm like, I kind of want to start doing more other things. I kind of like branch out a little bit. Hell, oh, this is where I was going with this, the whole horror thing, was that we've done Walking Dead. I'm not a fan of the Walking Dead, but we played the Walking Dead Telltale game. We did Detroit Become Human. We've started some other series that aren't related to any of the IPs that I usually associate myself with. Because I don't know, I don't really like, I mean, I don't associate myself with this a lot often, but the things I started, my first fandoms were Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, Godzilla, Power Rangers, DC, maybe some Lego, and other stuff. But over the years, now I'm kind of like, okay, I like things like in terms of specific movies, like you got Rocky, you've got the Terminator, you've got Matrix, and then in the games now you've got things like Mario and Sonic, and then like it's more like opening up doors for me. So it's just a matter of keeping up too. But I do want to start doing things like that, Mega Man, and so forth, etc. I can keep going on. Uncharted, that's another one I want to do eventually. So it's all kind of stuff I would like to get into eventually and play actually. So, and I even have, I keep forgetting, I have Fractured Butthole. I wanted to get Fractured Butthole because I remember seeing the promos for South Park and I was like, that sounds funny. I loved the arc with the superheroes with South Park because it was just not only because I mean, come on, I grew up with superheroes mainly, but also because I love the idea that it did make fun of that genre. It was around like 2015, 2016, that era of like, oh yes, the cinematic universe we need to build since phase 1 to phase 8. And we need to have the Netflix series for you. We need to have the Hulu series for you. We need to have your spin-off movie here, then a crossover here. Then we do the whole team-up movie here, then in this one here, then this one there. It really just, it was funny to me because I loved that part of South Park. I like when they did do that sort of thing with the Coon and Mysterion. And I'm trying to remember Mint Berry Punch, which I'm not crazy about Mint Punch, but I'm just trying to remember all the different names they had. Fast Pass, I think it was. There was Fast Pass, Mint Punch, the Coon. Mysterion. I'm forgetting a bunch. What was Toolshed? Toolshed was another, and then there's a few, but just that whole thing was great. And so when they made a game around that, I was like, I got to, I got to. So I got that. I just haven't played it yet. So that's still there. We can do if that's possible. And honestly, I wouldn't mind because I feel like that could be like, hey, like I'm not strictly to one genre. I'm not like, hey, we need to play for everyone family games. Let's do more mature stuff too. So I feel like I kind of weigh the scales evenly because I'm like, hey, we play this game, but we also play this game. This is a mature game, but we also play this fun game that's also for just for the whole audience, really. I try to make it for everyone, even if some of you were like, hey, I'm into horror, I'm into more of this mature shit. It's like, okay, then I mean, be my guest. Like even like when I first was starting the Walking Dead series, I thought to myself, I was like, if you guys are a little squeamish or you guys don't feel comfortable watching this, or if you're maybe a little not quite the age for this, then you don't have to watch. But if you don't care, then good for you. It's just more for you to check out and more for you to really be like, oh yeah, I'm a Walking Dead fan and I'm such and such age. I'm gonna watch this anyways as this guy plays it. And even the Batman game was M rated. So just all sorts of ideas, all sorts of things that just kind of sporadically happen in my brain. And Ace Attorney. Ace Attorney is a good example of that. I'm like, I've heard a lot about Ace Attorney and Phoenix Wright, and I've seen playthroughs and at least the Wings. I saw a lot of these games, and it kind of got me wanting to be like, I kind of want to play this now that they're doing it. Not to kind of like jump on the bandwagon, but I'm like, it would be fun to do this. I see other people do it, but because they're doing it seems kind of fun, and it's like inspiring almost. It's kind of a little weirdly enough inspiring. So in small, like maybe good 20%, maybe even like 40%, it's much like inspiring to me. Maybe even 50%. But just the point I'm making is that it's like in a weird way, it's like, hey, I saw them do it. I kind of want to do it, and other games I also want to do as well. So I'm still sitting through the sticker, but more for me to just kind of go off on. And if you're still here, Brandon, that's cool. If you're not, that's totally fine as well. But if you guys want to leave any suggestion or leave anything in the comments, if you're checking this out on the replay, don't be shy. If you just want to say hi, that's great too. So probably after this, once I actually am done with this demolishing thing, then we'll be done for the day. And this goes with what is it? This goes with if I had a Nintendo Switch. Like if I had a Switch, I'd be playing all the games I see you guys do as well. Like some of the new Pokemon games look really good. Like I'm not big into Pokemon, but I don't know why. Over the years, I'm like not a fan of this, but I wouldn't mind playing these games. Even Digimon. I don't know much about Digimon. I heard of Digimon a little bit, but seeing kind of like how these games look, I'm like, these kind of do look. I kind of see where people do like this. So like not like a huge fan, but I do see the appreciation. And even Five Nights at Freddy's, I'm not a huge fan. I'm like a small fan going in there, but I see why people love it. I see why people do this. I see why this happens. I see why it's got a fan base and why it is so enjoyable. And this is so annoying as shit right now. This glare, I don't like. Why is it? This is random. But why does it have to be sunny right now? Can it just be low key, a little cloudy, a little kind of chill in the morning, and then that way I can use my strobe light because it feels like my strobe light's not even do shit, and then my Christmas tree's not even doing shit. So whatever, it's not a big deal. The thing is, it depends on what you mean by throwbacks. Like, what do you consider a throwback? Do you consider something like a throwback, like a retro PS1, PS2? Do you consider PlayStation 3 retro? Do you consider like games older than 2010 as retro? Then I mean, I don't have like we still have to figure out that whole broadcasting gameplay share screen ordeal with the PlayStation 2 unless we do just this like we did last time with the Godzilla stream where I just say, hey, here you are, I'm going to move you over to my TV, you're going to watch the screen and we're going to play the game. So we do that, or we just find some better way I can try and do that. I know a lot of you don't care, but I just like to at least try. And I even discussed this with Jaden that one time, that one stream, which you guys could go check out a few weeks ago. he was like, I mean, it's just a thought of you wanting to try and improve yourself and trying to improve for your audience and trying to do a little better quality. So I don't know, but that's something we have to. That's something I do still want to dabble with, and that's still like a gray area that I'm like I want to do. But the thing is, we still don't have the proper tools. I need to buy something else. I don't know what it is. Maybe I just don't have the right stream software because I can't get OBS on here or Streamlabs. So I don't really know how this would work. Like we even tried it. We connected this to here, connected to PS2, connected to the laptop. We kept switching around. Nothing seemed to work. It just didn't cut it. I don't know what it did. It's like I don't even have the right thing to use. So I feel like we might have to just do this right here, which I feel like you guys would be fine with. But part of me would be like, I'm satisfied. But part of me wants to be like, I do want to try and figure out a way that we could make it look very like actually good, decent quality to it. So without it having to have these glares and have this look and this kind of graphical quality. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just kind of playing devil's advocate. Maybe it's not that deep. Maybe I'm just kind of like, oh, like if no one tunes in seeing the shit quality of this computer, then what, like I'd be doing it for you guys, but then it's like if no one's watching, then that makes me kind of think, oh shit, like am I doing something wrong? Like doing some like that's not like, oh, just because this dude's got a weird quality to it, I'm gonna click out of here. Like I'm gonna leave, you know, like say a random Joe schmuck shows up and he's like, oh, let me check this out. Clicks on it. This graphic doesn't look that great. Bye, and leaves. And I'm like, oh, that's it. Like no one's watching. Maybe that's what worries me. Maybe sometimes that worries me. Sometimes I don't let that worry me, but just little random stuff like that. So I don't know. Maybe we'll take a stroll down memory lane and maybe try this again. We'll see. If more people decide, you know what, like not rally, but if you guys rally up and say that, hey, maybe let's not care about quality and let's just see the not the quality, like we don't care for quality of this. We just want to see the quality of your games, maybe, then sure, I'll do that. Let me check something. Okay. I will check that later. But that's just my thing. That's my whole deal. That's where my thinking is. But once we're done with this sticker, then I think we'll be done. But that will be that, and I'll probably show you guys one last time what we got here and everything. I feel like I need water. Oh my goodness, hold on. Stinky sticker. And anyone else that is tuned in, don't be shy. If you want to just say hi, then that's cool. And I appreciate you stopping on by, Brandon. Thank you so much, as always, genuinely. And it's not me just saying this on repeat and like, oh, thank you to everybody, thank you. It's genuinely like I appreciate all of you that do at least tune in, at least say, hey, how's it going? Hi, and at least leave something in the chat. That's what I kind of appreciate the most. And now that this is gone, where is my lanyard? There you are. I'm gonna keep you. I like you. I like you, Sam. You're a cool guy. You're a cool kid. You're a cool pumpkin eater. I'll figure out everything else. But I think we're gonna run until time we got is 9, so maybe close to around like 9:20. If nothing else happens, then 9:15 will be the kind of like close for today. But so recap, this was Christmas ornament, Sam lanyard, Marvel calendar, which you guys can check out later. You guys can check this out on the replay. Elf mini pops, Space Godzilla, Chunky Boy, Spider-Man, and then I'll throw you over there for now. Wait. Oh, I thought I said something else. I was like, wait a second. I was like, no, it just says Deadpool. Pajama bottoms. And this amazingly insane elf sweater. But I think that's going to be it. You guys can still leave stuff in the chat if you want. I'm glad you're tuned in finally, Mage Wolf. We did this. we're at 330 in terms of subs, so we're gonna do those special streams probably next week. What we'll do, so we'll do that. Let me kind of get a little closer, maybe. See if this helps. I don't even know anymore because I literally have this sitting on top of my laptop, and this thing is just here. And it's annoying. I could have grabbed something else to sit on. Maybe that's partially my fault, but you know what? It's still. But probably after this, and what I'm gonna do is go have breakfast. I actually should call a few places and ignore you because you are spam. I am not good. I don't answer telegrammers or telemarketers, whatever. Don't trust those. Don't trust those little guys. We're gonna probably go until like 9:20, maybe 9:15, and that might be it. But I think I'll probably extend this to 9:20, so that way you guys have an opportunity to say, "Hey, what's going on?" and "How's it going?" and all that jazz, sort of ordeal. And if you want to leave something as well in the chat. So we'll do those streams, then we'll do Fallen Order. No, I said we'll do the game stream sub goal, and then Fallen Order, then we'll do the other stream idea, the stream thing. And it'll be like, that'd be a good way to kick off the new year. Because I'd be like, hey, thanks to you guys we reached 330. We could still reach more than 330, but because we reached 330, thanks to you guys, you, yes, you right there, yes, you, specifically you, we got to 330, and we're gonna do these random streams. One's gonna be a game stream, which I may or may not mention before. Also, my Power Line shirt's a Christmas gift too, but which I may or may not have mentioned before. And then another thing, which I don't want to give it away still, but I think it just would be kind of funny. I think it'd be entertaining. I feel like in some way, shape, or form, I don't know. Like it's easy listening. Like it's not boring, but I feel like it'd be easy listening, if you will. So that's the only way I can describe it. It's just easy listening, and it'll be a small, brief thing, and maybe the game thing will be a brief thing. But I feel like we could come back to that. Like it's not gonna be a series, but it'll be like an occasional, like fun thing we'll do. Like Speedstorm, Disney Speedstorm. I also want to kind of throw in there. I want to do some Disney Speedstorm stuff because I had a few ideas I wanted to do before Christmas and before the new year, but I was like, things kind of just happened and things kind of threw me off in terms of my schedule, like my stream schedule. When I say my schedule, because I was ready to be like, yes. I'm like, today I'm gonna make a stream, and next thing you know, I'm like, no, I can't now. Great. And I had a whole 2 weeks worth of not being able to do that. So I was trying to slowly somehow integrate shorts, schedule those for the new year, and then schedule some other videos and make those and edit that. And then I have other stuff I had recorded and had done prior and did during the evening. So that way it all kind of work together. So that way, New Year's Eve, you guys will be getting, if either on New Year's Eve or before New Year's Eve, you guys will be getting the best movies of 2023, and then probably the most anticipated movies of 2024. Might be a little behind. Like it might be like probably the first week or second week of January, depending on how things go, and also the stuff we need to figure out. But I think that's pretty much it. If you guys have anything else, I'm still gonna give you guys 6 more minutes if you want to leave anything in the chat. Give you guys 6 more minutes. Also, these guys are here. And maybe before the new year or maybe into the new year, I'll have like a little like holiday display of what's going on. Because I'm not gonna take this thing and go, hey, look, and it's gonna look so weird. I don't know. But that's pretty much it. I guess that's pretty much it, mostly, of what I got here. But I do love that this actually is still a thing. I still love that this is a thing. This is an actual thing. I love it so much. And I love that Books A Million has sort of this random shit, because I remember I saw this and there was like Mothra and then there's a few others. And I thought to myself, it's like, it'd be really great. They should do Destroyer. Now you got Space Godzilla, you got Godzilla, there's Kong, I think I saw. There was Mothra. I was like, they should do Destroyer. We should see Destroyer. We should see Kiru. We should see Mechagodzilla. We should see Ghidorah. This is awesome. This is super awesome. Pose. Yeah. He's a bit chunky, but he's fluffy. They have him now. Like Books a Million has him. I remember when I saw him. It was out when I was. It was one of those days when I went out and I was just walking by and I just lost my mind that this is a thing. I was like, this is so awesome. And I showed Bella this and she's like, what? And I'm like, it's Space Godzilla. I was like, and I even had a whole thing telling her and her mom about it. That I was like, yeah, Space Godzilla. I was like, I don't want to like explain the whole thing, but to paraphrase, I literally said this. I said the paraphrase Godzilla's DNA went into space, meteor hit, radiation, Space Godzilla, and she was just losing it. She's like, I don't want to hear about this. This is so stupid. I'm like it's weird because yeah, I mean, Biolante all of a sudden her DNA because she was basically a plant Godzilla blowed up into the atmosphere, and all of a sudden the atmosphere, apparently that DNA and those weird sparkle whatever thing she turned into, that sparkle essence, and then reached the atmosphere and apparently hit above the atmosphere to hit space and then hit a meteorite, and then we got this fusion of Space Godzilla. So I thought that was kind of funny. And I'm like, it's kind of silly. I mean, it's B-rate monster movies, but I love these. I love them. I forget. I forget how sometimes how great and how funny these things can be, and how like just not funny, but just how random the Godzilla movies were. Like, I mean, we had one with Ghidorah, and then there was something with time travel, like Godzilla doing time travel, random. And we know that Godzilla, we can prevent him from being destroyed, and we can prevent him from being that is the creation of him, even though technically he was a prehistoric dinosaur, and yet it had nothing to do with the timeline and retcon stuff. Actually, the more I think about it, it did kind of retcon things because it wasn't a creature of our own destruction. It was more like, hey, Godzilla's a dinosaur years ago, and the radiation boom happened during that moment instead of 1942 when the atomic bomb, or it was like 1952 when the atomic bomb hit, and then that happened with Godzilla. Instead, he was a dinosaur. They traveled him in time and they erased him, but even though they somehow brought him back, it's time travel. I see it as an absolute win. Speaking of, I see it as an absolute win. This is another one. I don't. I should probably count these later. I don't even know how many I have, but I have a lot. And it's funny because now it's gotten to the point where it's like I don't have the room for it at the moment. Maybe if I had another shelf, I would display these guys more. And now I'm just kind of trying to like make a little wiggle room for everybody. So I forget sometimes. Like it's just it's crazy. Yeah, it's fun. And I even remember on Godzilla Day. Unfortunately, I was working, but I was listening to Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, the 1960. When was that actually? Let me look this up real quick, and then we'll be done. I think more or less. Hold on, let me check. Give me 1974 because the other one was in 1993. Yeah, 1974. I remember. I loved that I was listening to it and revisiting it, and I was like, man, I forgot how cheesy this is, but I love it though. Like like come on, like the music just I was like, man, I was like, I remember this and that transformation when we first see Mechagodzilla, and then you just King Caesar and that one chick that saw the prophecy of that one Godzilla will rise against us, and then we will have a new hero to save us. And then the new hero was Godzilla, and then the Godzilla was actually Mechagodzilla that was destroying Tokyo. But like just random crazy Japan, good old Japan to rely whenever it comes to random crazy things like, hey, what should we do with this one? You know what? Let's make a plant, right? Let's do a plant monster. But here's how it becomes a plant monster is because we've somehow incorporated the essence of Godzilla's DNA plus a plant's DNA plus a dead wife and call it Biolante. And that's our plant monster. And now we're kind of fucked because we thought this would be a good idea, and now this is a bad idea. But actually, no, I'll do 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes if you guys want to leave, ask anything, and that's it. 2 more minutes, and then we are good to go for today. And then I'll go eat. I'll have breakfast and then go do some other stuff. Should probably call Disney about a few stuff. Yeah, I should call Disney about a few things. A few things in mind. Ask for a bigger shelf. I mean, the thing is that for a brief while, my dad is supposed to put another shelf above the other shelf right here. So hold on. I don't know why I'm using 3PO. So where 3PO is pointing at, this is my shelf, and then going along there is just one shelf. Not one shelf. It's more like 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of wood that are all made as one shelf. So technically, we were supposed to have a second shelf underneath it. So underneath that shelf, there's a little bit of space on the wall for another shelf. And we were supposed to set that up, but we haven't set that up. I don't know if we have the wood, if we haven't had the time, whatever the reason is. I kind of gave up because my dad hasn't done anything with it. And then I'm like, what am I going to do? So next, I'm just thinking, I'm just going to use this space for just posters if there's not going to be another shelf. So that'll happen. And worst comes to worst, when Belle and I move in, we'll figure out like a whole collector room, spare room, because we had this idea of like, hey, what if we had an extra room we can use for just shit we'll have from what she has, like almost like kind of like not like her office, but her office has like not an office, but I'm just giving you guys like the image of that. We'll have she has an extra room, and in her room is like her office, this room that has her stuff and also like collecting things that she has. Like she has old records, she has some figurines and some pops and old PS2 things and some other games in there that she keeps and other stuff. So maybe we'll have like a collective room like that where it's like her stuff with my stuff, and then maybe we'll keep the games in there, or maybe we'll have like an entertainment center in the living room, whatever it is. We'll figure it out. Just we've had ideas before. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. It's weird though. It's so weird, and you and I had this conversation, but the fact that Toho literally said, "Yeah, let's choose this over Bacon, this giant creature that keeps evolving and transforming and mutating and getting stronger and stronger by the moment, even though that kind of was similar to Destroyer, but not quite. It was different. It was cool. So that's that in its own thing is a thing." But I don't know, like one day I'll have to revisit, like one of these days I'll have to revisit those movies and just kind of just watch them, may review them. I don't know. There's a lot that just kind of spirals in my head because my mind, I feel, has its creative moments, and I'm starting to lose light here, and I'm starting to have more daylight here. So let's do 2 more minutes this time, and this time for sure 2 more minutes, and then that's it. If you guys want to leave anything else, let me know in the chat. And if you guys are checking this out in the replay, feel free to leave it in the comment section down below. So that is that. I really don't remember though. I quite don't remember. I'm trying to think what other random shit they have done. I don't know. There's a lot of things I just kind of came up with and said, hey, let's do this. Oh my gosh, even just some of the scenes. Even some of the scenes itself, like even some of the things like in Godzilla vs. Megalon, like that iconic drop kick that Godzilla does, that alone is just very zany. Very, like, it's iconic, but it's also zany. Yes. But I will move these guys later. And the funny thing is, actually, no, it's too late for that. It's too late for music. I was ready to be like, hey, and we didn't need music, but I'm like, that's too late for that. There's no turning back now. But I will probably do something with my Christmas stuff before we take it down. I was gonna record stuff last night, but outside we have outside stuff, of course, and I was like, not a lot of it's on. Like I don't like we have the blow ups that are lit up, but the other things weren't fully lit up, so I don't know. But that is going to do it for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you so much. And speaking of which, because all of you did tune in, and for any of you and all of you that did leave something in the chat, because for any of you that do leave something in the chat, it doesn't matter what it is. You can leave whatever you suggest. If you want to leave any suggestions, you want to leave any questions, any concerns, anything like that, whatever it is, if you leave, even if you say hi, or even if you say bye, or if you say just something random in the chat, at least I'm like, hey, I see you people down here doing stuff. So I'm going to say just a nice thank you to all of you for just all of you that tuned in, because like I can't tell who's viewing the stream. Like that's the thing I don't like with YouTube, is that you can never see who really tunes into your streams, who tunes into your videos, and who likes your videos. You can't see that. And I point that out because I always get my analytics on the YouTube studio. And they always say that, oh, these people viewed your videos and viewed your streams. And I'm like, I've never seen these channels before. I was like, I didn't know these people viewed my channel. And some of these people, I'm like, I didn't know this person watched my video. I'm like, what? Like that's like it's one of those things. I'm like, why can't you see the viewers? Like, why can't, like, I know it sounds a little weird, but why can't I see who sees it? Yes, I did do the shout out stuff. You missed it. The other part did the shout out stuff. Hold on. Like, I'll show you guys. I'll show you the analytics, how it always presents to me. Because it'll show me how many things, like, oh, these people saw your videos. This is how many comments it had. This is how many likes it had. This is what was most popular. And I'm thinking to myself, I didn't know these people saw it, And I'm getting my voice all weird like that because I'm just being exaggerated. But still, the point of that, and you don't see this stuff. Let me find analytics. If it'll show me like one of the analytic things, overview, content, audience. No, it's not going to show me it. Like it'll show up with like, oh, this is what it was or something. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't remember, but I actually know it, like something like this. Hold on, if I can show something. Oh yeah, my recap. Like, look, this is what it does. Hold on, get that out of the way. Like this is what it does. You guys can see. If not, I'll brighten it up. So this is what it does. Shows me what was good, like it says right here. And then this is how many people viewed it. And whoever views it, hold on, yoink. Whoever viewed it, I don't know if any of these people were watching this stream or watching any of these videos or whatever the case is. Like you can see, like I'm seeing these icons and I'm like, okay, I don't know. Like sometimes I see people, I'm like, oh, I know this person or I don't know that person, but still that would have been cool to know who they are. So it shows like this is the number of who they were or of how many people were here. This is how many. It was like, oh, this is how many likes, how many comments, and this is that, blah, 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 whatever it is. Oh, no, I know what it says. I'm just reading. I'm just being whatever. So it says 208 people tuned into your stuff, and it says you got 2 new subscribers. So sometimes it shows me who subscribed, and sometimes it even doesn't, that's even the weirder part. Here's how people found you. Number 1 was up next. Number 2 is the playlist. Number 3 was YouTube search. And then this is what they watched, was this stuff right here. And so I'm like, okay, great. I love that. And then here's another thing is that people didn't just watch. They reached out. 16 likes, 13 shares, and 17 comments. So I'm like, okay, I can see that. But still, it's still the point of like, I didn't know, like, let's say, for example, someone like someone I follow, for example, like maybe say like Big Rob Theory or someone like whatever YouTuber that I follow. Like he might have saw my video. I would be like, I didn't know that, Like it would have been cool to be like, oh, that's awesome. But still, I'm just making an example. I would say other YouTubers, but I don't think they really watch a lot of my stuff. There's very few people that are very much like bigger that they've seen my stuff, and I know they have. And then there's some that I'm like, I don't know if they have, but I don't think they would. Like someone like Stuckman or Jeremy Johns or somebody would watch my stuff or wouldn't know my shit. But someone like Anthony A. Perez or the Big Rob Theory, or even someone like Benny One Strikes Back would probably see my stuff. I'd be like, yo, I know these guys, kind of, sort of. But still, let's do a little shout out to everybody. Speaking of this whole rigmarole of smorgasbord of speaking. So I want to at least give you guys a shout out because you guys leave stuff in the chat and that makes me go, hey, I don't know how many people were watching this. Like there was like maybe 5 or 4 people. And if you guys just watch the streams, that's perfectly fine. But it's also nice to leave something and maybe just, I don't know, converse, if you will. I don't know. I'm not trying to be like force anyone to be like, hey, you should chat. But if you don't want to, that's fine. But I'm just saying the point of that. if there's like 7 viewers and like let's say 3 of you are only chatting, I'm like, okay. I was like, you guys are watching, that's great. But like if you want to be like I guess noticed in a way, then you can kind of leave something down here. So for any of you that did tune in, it was pretty much so we just have here Brandon was here, Tom was here, Mage Wolf. So the trinity of my moderators were here, which that's perfectly fine. I still appreciate all of you guys that still did that. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you like the video, please smash the like button. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. It also videos every day, every week. Make sure you ring that bell to new videos every week. Hold on, let me actually see if I can maybe just rotate this a little bit away from here, maybe. So I can kind of have something decent going, even though I've been struggling with this for a while. I hate that. Even when I was prepped and everything, I thought to myself, man, this is so looking not the best for me. But hey, I'm just picky. Probably no one else cares, but I'm the problem. Maybe I'm the problem that I'm too picky about like the quality of this going on here. Too much sun, not enough shade, not enough of my strobe light, all this other stuff. So you guys, appreciate all of you. And as always, if you like this video, if you have anything, damn it, share this video with family and friends, all that good stuff and more. Leave suggestions in the comment section. You name it. I'll do it as best as possible. Like I said, that most anticipated 2024 will happen probably a little afterwards. Maybe I can squeeze it in next week. I'm not sure, but probably it'll be like record next week and then probably be like sometime maybe during that same week or the following week. So it all depends. But Best New Movies of 2023 will be out probably on New Year's or before New Year's, and then there'll be stuff scheduled. And again, with the streams, I'm going to do those special streams, those sub-goal streams, small special streams. So we'll have one of those. We'll do Fallen Order, and then a second one. So number 1, Fallen Order, and then number 2. So the game 1, Fallen Order, and then number 2 will be the other thing. So that will probably be, I'm hoping that'll be Thursday, Friday, and then maybe Monday, like the following Monday. So actually, speaking of which, we can actually just take a look at the calendar. Let's take a look at the calendar. So most likely, we're probably looking at the 4th for the game thing. And if I can, the 5th, we will do Fallen Order. And then the 8th, we could perhaps do the other stream. So that's the idea for now. And the reason I keep saying that's the idea for now is because I'm still just holding on to that. I'm still holding on to just finding something with a job, and it's annoying. And at this point, I might just have to just consider seeing about that. I was not that I was personally suggested, but I was given the thing about someone I kind of sort of know through my parents. They know their kid. This person does insurance, so maybe I might have to just consider that, or hopefully I can find like a remote job, because I've been looking for remote jobs at this point, because any place really in general, not really hiring, which is stinky, because every time I've looked, it's like, damn. So yeah. So on. Oh, well, the game stream is gonna be the 8th. So game stream, no, hold on. So game stream, probably Fallen Order if that doesn't happen. But plan A is game stream, Fallen Order, then the random stream. I still don't want to give away what it is. I just think it'd be a funny reaction, because I think it's a funny thing. It's not going to be like this amazing, entertaining thing, but I just think it'd be kind of funny to do this. So that's why I'm like, this is a one thing we'll do. It'll be funny, and then we'll see how it goes, and that's it. And if it doesn't get received well, like if it doesn't get a lot of views, then fine. I was going to have it be a one-off thing anyways. But if that doesn't happen, plan B is still this game stream. Then if this doesn't happen, then Fallen Order here, and then the special thing here. So that is that. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I'll see you next time. I'll see you next time. Click. Okay, now.